What's up, YouTube? This is the Megazord review channel of Red Ranger 92 here, and today I will be reviewing the Legacy Megazord from Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first season. Excuse me. The reason why you don't see it in view at this point is because right now I am using my laptop to do this. I wish I had the ability to disconnect the screen and then just show it to you that way. But we'll start with a review of the box. I do have it over here. I do have the box here. It's got the Power Rangers logo right here. It's got the Legacy Megazord right here. On this side here, it's the secret of the Power Zords. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers possess the ultimate battle system. When Rita Repulsor and her evil space aliens threaten to overwhelm the Power Rangers, they summon the Megazord, a mighty fighting machine with an incredible power sword and mammoth shield. When even more power is needed, Dragonzord joins the battle with his missile launching armor. Excuse me. And here it has the Megazord's stats, as you can see right there. I'll read them to you. Its height is 333 feet, 172,000 pounds. It's got a 50,000 megavolt power. It's got a titanium power sword, laser emitting eyes, mammoth shield, power punch missiles, thunder cannons, and a pterodactyl chest plate. And it has it in a few different languages here. And on the front of the box, you have the picture of the 5 different Zords needed to make said Megazord. And here you have the story so far. And then on the bottom, you have the picture of the original 5 Rangers, which this Megazord would go with. And on the back, you do have a picture of everything here. It says 5 dinosaurs can morph together to become the Dino Megazord. It has a picture of all 5 swords here. It does have a picture on the bottom. The 5 Zords are here. You got Tyrannosaurus, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-toothed Tiger, and the Mastodon. I do apologize that you may not be able to see all of this, but I am working on doing this again. So it says the story. 5 teenagers who are with attitude were recruited to protect the Earth against evil Rita Repulsor. Led by the heroic Zordon, they achieved superpowers beyond their wildest dreams, and summoning the dinosaur powers to transform into a more phenomenal team known as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So that is it for the box. It shows you on the bottom its contents, which anybody who buys this should know. And now for the Zords. Just get this a little set up here. Now, first Zord we're going to do will be the Triceratops Zord. We'll just get it here. And it is a nice looking Zord. It's got a lot of stickers. A few of them, are pretty show accurate, I would like to say here. A lot of people may not think it is show accurate, but, it's been a little while since I was able to watch the series, but I'm pretty sure these are show accurate. Now, in terms of articulation, all this can really do is move its head up and down. The only reason its head does move is because it is for the transformation of the Megazord. Now, its tail, you can move it in like this. My only complaint about this Zord would be the fact that I do apologize, it seems my video froze for a moment. As I was saying, the only thing I don't really like about the Triceratops Zord, with the Legacy version anyway, is with this in the original, these would be able to fold out to show as if it was a cannon. With this, it is just a piece of diecast. I would personally have preferred if they would have kept the gimmick, even if they had to throw a spring or two in there. Springs are not that much, not expensive to make. So I mean, come on. For those Power Ranger fans, that could upset some people. It kind of upsets me a little bit, but it's nothing to get too mad about. But that's just that there. Now to get this ready for its tank mode transformation, all you would simply do was push that down. It's easy. Now, next thing I will be reviewing is the saber-tooth tiger. Now with this, it belongs to Trini, the yellow ranger here. And as some of you may know, the original actress that played Trini did pass away, sadly, years ago. She was an inspiration to a lot of the females out there that watch Power Rangers. She was a very good actress, you know. But in terms of the articulation of the saber-tooth tiger, it is limited to its head being able to move up and down, but that is just only for transformation purposes. Its legs are on somewhat of a ratchet, and it does move back and forth like that. Its back legs do move forward and backward, and its tail does move up. Now, it's really much all it has for articulation. One thing I don't like about this, and there are things I don't like about each Zord, but I will explain them to you and the reasons why. Now, the reasons why I have dislikes for each of these Zords is because, it doesn't feel to me like it's a very playable toy. The thing I don't like about this particular Zord is the feet here are just plastic. It doesn't bother me that they're plastic. What bothers me is the fact that on the original Zords with this set, you do have the ability to fold these and have a little bit extra articulation here where you can actually make it stand flat-footed. With this, you do not have that. So to get this ready for its tank mode, you would just fold up the tusks, or fangs, whatever you want to call them. Fold the front feet all the way out to facing his face here. And fold the tail in and collapse the feet. And that's all you do for that. Now we will take a look at the pterodactyl. One of my personal favorites. It looks red. So, one of my favorite colors is red, as you can see here. And I can see why they would keep this as red to go off of the Megazord, but it is for the Pink Ranger. I personally think it should have been pink. This may be a shade of pink, I don't know. It just looks very, very red. Now, in terms of articulation, this, its head can move back and forth like that, kind of, and that's all it can really do. You can have its head tilt all the way back in. It would look somewhat like that, but it does look ridiculous, but you can do that if you want. Its wings do flap, but they are limited to going where the plastic meets here. Now, the thing I don't like about the pterodactyl in particular is there's actually several things I don't like. I think this is my least favorite Zord out of them all. You see here, these tabs connect into the Mastodon when it's in its tank mode. clips onto the back of the Mastodon. You kind of have to force it in, and that does run the risk of breaking the back of the Mastodon, so you do run the risk of that. Now, to get this ready for its tank mode, you fold the head out like that. Make sure it is facing completely forward. Pull off the 2 feet. Set those aside, and then you fold in the wings like that. Should look like this when you're done. We'll set that off to the side here. And next we will take a look at the Mastodon. So with this, you can see right off that it is not fully black like the Black Ranger Zord is supposed to be. And again, I apologize if it seems like I'm moving these around a little too much. I am doing this on a laptop, so just bear with me. I will do this the best I can, and I will make sure that when I do more reviews that I am able to get this done in a better way here. So with this, in terms of articulation, it really doesn't have much. It just keeps it so where you can move the legs back and forth. Both of them do move. The head moves slightly. If it seems like I stopped talking for a second, it does appear on my end while I'm recording this for you that my camera has frozen. So if I suddenly stop for a few seconds, that's the reason why. It's not that I've lost my train of thought. It's just the simple fact is my computer is running slow. I had to download the webcam app just so I could do these videos, but I will be looking at purchasing a different webcam so I can do more of these. In terms, like I said, not any articulation whatsoever. Rarely, it's limited to the back legs. To get this ready for tank mode, you just pop off the head, and to get the head ready for it, what you can do is you will notice this little tab back here, and then you just flip that up, and that's ready to go in when it's done. Now, lastly with this one, to get it finished ready for tank mode, all you would have to do is just fold this part up here. Now, like I said, I do have things I do not like about each of these swords. The thing I don't like about this is, when you pull these up to get it ready to go into tank mode, it does pop these shoulder pieces up a little bit, and they don't really stay locked in place. But when the Mastodon head's on it, it keeps them pretty secure. So I guess I could forgive that, but it is just a little feature I wish they would have gone away with. Now, to finish this transformation here, you would just split this open like so, and then fold the arms out to the side, and then just set this aside for now. Finally, we have my favorite Zord of them all, the Tyrannosaurus Rex with the Red Ranger. My favorite Zord personally because he is the Red Ranger. Favorite color is red, and it was generally everybody's favorite Ranger growing up. So in terms of articulation, what this does, it has its little T-Rex arms. They can move up and down, but that's about it. It is a T-Rex, so I do understand the very little articulation with the arms there. It does have a tail that can move back and forth like that, and its feet can rotate up and back very slightly. These are all die cast, and the thing I don't personally like about the set in general, mainly this one, you really don't notice it with the others, but is the Zord Builder ports on the knees here. Personally, I would have been okay if they would have kept it with the original, where you just folded the legs in and you just slided the Zords onto the legs. I personally would have preferred that, but as they're coming out with new Zords and with diecast, I can understand the need for these Zord Builder ports. I guess it would be kind of cool too if you wanted to build your own Megazord. You always have that option. Now to get this ready for tank mode, all you would do here, oh, one thing I did forget to mention is this head can move up and down. I personally think it is a good feature with this, and the mouth does open, but in regards to the head moving up and down, I think it's a personally good feature because it kind of allows me to put the Mastodon head on the chest for the tank mode with no additional issues. Now to get this ready for the tank mode, you just want to make sure its arms are up like that. I don't usually move the arms, so I always just leave them alone. And then you'll just fold the legs back and in like that and push the foot down. Do the same to the other side, and then make sure the Zord Builder ports are sticking out. Now to combine these, you would take the Mastodon and just clip it to the back of the Megazord there. Now with this, you also will notice that the arms are spread out. Now you have these two little tabs here and the connectors here and here on Tyrannosaurus on both sides. So with this, okay, there's only one. So with this, you would just clip those into the side. You're going to want to pull the shoulder pads out a little bit so you can get the bright poses for the tank mode here. So just pull those up just a bit slightly. Get this to where it should be for tank mode, and then just push them in as they need to go. Now with the pterodactyl, this is the one thing I don't like about the set, because of, like I said before, you do kind of have to force the pterodactyl, and I will be doing this off camera because I don't want to run the risk of dropping this and breaking it. So you're just going to want to slide it in. You'll notice, like I said, these two ports here will clip into, you push them into the back of the Mastodon's feet, up in this general area. So I will do that off camera, and then I will show you what it looks like. I just don't like doing this tank mode too often, except for my video reviews, because I don't want to damage my Megazord. So that's what it looks like so far. Now, like I said, I do like the gimmick of this head being able to move up like that, because with the Mastodon head, as you know, it does clip on to the chest of the Tyrannosaurus, and then it puts it in like that, and then you just fold back down. The instructions don't tell you to do that, but that's just a little thing that I found really cool, and I wanted to show you guys for any of you thinking to get the Legacy Megazord. So we'll set this off to the side for right now. And one little more thing I just found, the Tyrannosaurus tail does move a little bit back and forth, like a little wagging motion. Why anybody would want to see a T-Rex wagging their tail, I have no idea. Then you would just take the saber-toothed tiger and clip it onto the Zord Builder port, like that. And you would do the same with the Triceratops. So here you have the Legacy Megazord in its Legacy Tank mode. Very cool, doesn't have any articulation at all, but it does give the tank mode. It does look pretty scary to the evil aliens. And to form, one thing I forgot, and I do apologize. The little cannons the feet we took off the pterodactyl do plug in to here to form the cannons, the front cannons of the tank mode. So there you have the 100% completed tank mode. Now to transform this into megazord mode, you would pop off the cannons, pop off the pterodactyl. Let's set that down for now. Get the pterodactyl ready for megazord mode. All you would do is unfold the wings, fold in the head, and then fold the wings back. We will set that aside for now. And then at this point, if you would like, you can take the Tyrannosaurus tail and clip it to the back of the mastodon. Then you fold up the head here and pull off the mastodon head. Just fold that back down, so you will need that. Fold it down. Straighten out the legs. And then you take the saber-toothed tiger's feet and fold it up like that. And then you fold up the head on both the saber-toothed tiger and Triceratops. And then what you would do, let me see if I can get you a better angle on this here. And I do apologize if this does flare up. Then you would fold out the feet. And it does give you trouble, so you can just fold out the elbow joints a little bit and then just put those in like that. That's what I would usually do when putting this in megazord mode. Whenever I do use it. Tank mode, which is not very often. And then you would fold these down like this. And then just fold up the shoulder pads. Let me see if I can make this a little wider for you here. Okay, so I will be doing this again at some point, redoing this video so you can see an updated version on when I have the full series of Megazords from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the main Megazords from seasons 1 and 2. I do have on order right now the Tigerzord and the Thunder Megazord from this series. So I will be showing you all of those as well. Now, to finish the transformation to Megazord mode, you would just take this Tyrannosaurus and pop that front chest piece down. And then with this, it's kind of a pain because I don't like the fact that in this it comes with I know the Tyrannosaurus does come with 2 heads for specifically the Megazord. What I don't like about this is, it has to clip onto the front of the face. You kind of have to mess with it a little bit to get it down in there right. And then you just close that up there and you fold out both arms. Now, to finish the complete transformation of the Legacy Megazord, you take the pterodactyl. It does have 2 little connector ports right here and right here. They do just clip into the front of this here, and I have already tried. You cannot have the pterodactyl on without the mastodon. And here you have the Legacy Megazord. It does come with the power sword. Nice and shiny chrome. It does almost feel like die-cast, but it is plastic because, well, as you know, kids will be playing this stabbing everybody. And you can put the sword in here like that. Just to show you the full sword. Kind of get the finisher move here. Well, the finisher move would And then it does also come with a mastodon, the mastodon head. It, of course, comes with the mastodon. It's the main arms of the megazord. And what I mean by you can create your own megazord with this, you may be thinking to yourself, how can you create a megazord with arms on the Power Ranger megazord without using the mastodon itself? The answer to that, very simple. These come off and they have Zord Builder ports, as you can see here. That, and just pop that back on. That's the one kind of thing I do like about the Zord Builder ports on this particular figure, because it gives you the option to build your own Megazord. But that is it for this video review here. Once again, thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please check out my channel and subscribe.